Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Young and the Restless, Y and R. Spoilers tease that Jordan, Colleen's Inc., is back large and in charge in GC, and she's not alone. She has Ian Ward, Ray Wise, as her accomplice. Double trouble. Ian and Jordan are a perfect crime duo, and they have already caused plenty of chaos all over town. We expect them to do a lot more damage in the coming days. Which leads to the question, who will be the one to find them? The show hit it out of the park with the Jordan/Ian alliance. No one saw it coming, and it's safe to say that Gobsmack fans had to pick their jaws up off the floor when the big reveal flashed on the screen. Jordan is supposed to be in prison, but Ian obviously pulled strings to get her out. No one is safe with Jordan on the loose, and Ian has a habit of hurting those he feels crossed him, which is a big chunk of GC. As an aside, wouldn't it be great to have Paul Williams, Dub Davidson, return and be the one who takes Ian down once and for all? Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, has given no indication that he knows about Jordan's escape, which means that his loved ones are in danger, especially Harrison Abbott, Redding Munsell. Jordan once kidnapped Harrison, and at his age, the adults may not believe him if he says that he saw the witch again. After Harrison's abduction, he once thought he saw Jordan at the park, but he was mistaken. It would be easy to see how the adults, including Claire Grace, Haley Aaron, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, and Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, would not believe the lad. If Harrison does see Jordan, it makes sense that he'd tell Claire first, since they were kidnapped together. She may be more inclined to believe him and tell Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, who could be the one to rumble his enemy. Tell us why, and our fans, how did you react to seeing Jordan and Ian back in action? Be sure to catch up on everything happening with Y and R right now. Come back here often for the Young and the Restless spoilers, news, and updates. And make us your favorite hotspot. Tanya is a versatile storyteller who crafts content that entertains, informs, and inspires. When she's not writing, she can be found exploring nature, enjoying culinary adventures, or simply reading a good book. In the ever-turbulent world of the Young and the Restless, twists and turns are constant, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. The latest spoilers are stirring up just as much chaos and excitement as the show's signature moments, with the mysterious and menacing return of a figure from the past. Jordan, a character who's been lurking in the shadows, now makes a bold move to threaten Harrison, a young child whose importance in the plot has been steadily growing. But the real shocker isn't just the threat, it's the shocking claim that the witch has returned. But is anyone in Genoa City actually taking this claim seriously? Jordan has always been a wild card on Y and R. Originally introduced as an ally to some of the more calculating characters in the town, he soon revealed a darker side, making him a threat to anyone in his orbit. Now with his sights set on Harrison, Jordan's actions are poised to send shockwaves through the community. But what makes this particular threat so ominous? Harrison, who has been at the center of several complicated storylines involving both his biological parents and extended family, is an innocent child caught in the crossfire of adult power struggles. His well-being has been a source of tension for many, from his grandmother, Phyllis Summers, to his biological mother, Summer Newman, and his stepmother, Kyle Abbott. Jordan's decision to threaten Harrison, however cryptic or ominous the threat may be, is the ultimate power move. It's not just an attack on Harrison. It's an attack on the entire Abbott and Newman families, who would stop at nothing to protect him. But here's where it gets interesting. Jordan's warning seems more psychological than physical. Rather than directly harm the child, he seems to be toying with the idea of using Harrison as leverage in a much larger game. As is often the case with Jordan, the true extent of his plans remains shrouded in mystery. Is he simply playing a dangerous game, or does he have something much more sinister in mind? While Jordan's threat alone would have been enough to keep viewers glued to their screens, it's his cryptic mention of the witch that has left everyone talking. Who exactly is the witch? And why does no one believe that she's back? For longtime fans of the Young and the Restless, the mention of the witch immediately brings to mind one figure, Diane Jenkins. Diane, a former villainess turned anti-hero, was often referred to as a witch by her enemies during her time in Genoa City. Her complicated history with Jack Abbott, Nikki Newman, and other residents of Genoa City paints her as a character capable of manipulating situations to her advantage, especially when it comes to matters of love, family, and power. However, Diane's supposed return is a bit more complicated. She has been presumed dead for quite some time after a dramatic storyline that involved her being killed off-screen. Yet, the idea of Diane's return has been bubbling beneath the surface of recent storylines, with whispers about her alleged resurrection or escape from an unknown fate. Could she really be back to wreak havoc once more? Jordan's claim, however, is met with a mix of disbelief and ridicule from most of Genoa City's residents. To them, the idea that Diane could have returned seems almost too far-fetched. After all, she was presumed dead for a long time. And even if she did manage to survive, what would be her motive for returning now? What does she want from Harrison, and why would she be a threat to him specifically? While Jordan's warning about the witch is met with doubt, that doesn't mean the idea of Diane's return isn't starting to make waves. Some characters, like Phyllis Summers, are naturally suspicious of anything that seems like a ploy to hurt her loved ones. Phyllis, who has been through enough upheaval in her own life, is quick to dismiss Jordan's claims. Yet there's an underlying sense of fear that can't quite be shaken. Nikki Newman, who has had a long and complicated history with Diane, also seems skeptical. But Nikki's experience with the darker forces of Genoa City has made her more aware of the dangers lurking just beneath the surface. Even if she doesn't fully believe Jordan's claim, she can't ignore the potential for trouble. For her, the past is never truly gone. It's just waiting for the right moment to rear its ugly head. On the other hand, characters like Jack Abbott and Kyle Abbott, who have both had their fair share of turmoil with Diane over the years, are also skeptical. Jack, especially, feels he has been through enough drama with his former wife, and the idea that she could be alive and seeking vengeance feels almost like a bad dream. But as Jordan's warnings become more insistent, even Jack can't entirely dismiss the possibility. Could his worst fear be coming true? What makes this storyline so compelling is not just the potential return of an old foe, but the psychological manipulation at play. Jordan is a master of creating doubt and uncertainty in the minds of others, and his ability to plant seeds of fear in characters like Jack and Kyle is part of his cunning charm. Even if no one takes the threat seriously at first, it starts to linger in the background. What if Jordan isn't lying? What if someone like Diane, or a new witch figure, really is pulling the strings behind the scenes? This adds an element of paranoia to the show. Characters begin to question their own perceptions of reality. They wonder if they've missed something important, something that would explain the strange occurrences happening around them. Is the return of the witch really just a tall tale, or is it the key to unlocking the next dark chapter in Genoa City's storied history? As the situation continues to unfold, fans are left with a tantalizing question. What will happen next? Will Jordan's warning about the witch turn out to be nothing more than an empty threat, or is it the beginning of a far-reaching and potentially dangerous story arc? The key to this mystery may lie in the characters' reactions and how much they are willing to believe in the past coming back to haunt them. In Genoa City, the line between reality and fantasy is often blurred, and as long as Jordan is playing his game, no one can afford to ignore the possibility that something truly wicked is waiting in the wings. One thing is for sure, The Young and the Restless is about to serve up another jaw-dropping twist, and no one is safe from the shadows of the past. Whether or not the witch has truly returned, the drama is just beginning, and fans should prepare for even more shocking revelations to come.